He took like 3 shots to the back on one play last night, right at the first down marker, and he just like kept going and then gets right up, takes a big time shot, gets up. I think Hutch hit him late.
Yeah.
Hutch hit him late. He got right back up. It's like Patrick Mahomes has a lot of dog in him. I think he's reminding everybody, yeah, shit is sweet. I own a soccer team. I own a
part of the Royals.
team. I own a baseball team. My resume's already a GOAT conversation. I'm a dog, though, who still drinks Coors Lights, and it feels like they're getting better and better. The Lions, are you guys completely out on yourselves after losing that game?
No, everything's A-okay. That was more about the Chiefs than the Lions. We'll bounce back next week.
Well, what about Brian Branch afterwards? That doesn't feel like an MCDC.
No, and that's really funny you bring that up because everyone's calling Brian Branch selfish, but I really think what he was doing was a favor to everyone that's ever wanted to smack Juju in the mouth.
Okay.
We should be thanking Brian Branch.
That is not how this works.
You know what?
What's so funny, D-Butt?
Yeah.
What's so funny, D-Butt?
I didn't expect that. It was good.
Fox, me
Thank
either.
you, Brian.
Yep. Thank you, Brian.
Love you, Brian.
Now, on that note,
Juju's trying to be nice.
MCDC came out and said, this ain't us, man. This will be. We don't cheap shot people. Juju going, yeah, what up? Screaming at the sideline. And, what up, Branch? How you doing, man? I just got a pretty good block on you about 3 minutes ago. You saw, bang, yeah. Boom. So Branch came out and said there was a moment where he's blindsided and there was a block. Whatever the case, this is not good for ball, especially with 2 of our best teams.
That can't happen right there.
All of this can't happen. You know, what's that? Getting tossed on your back?
Yeah, I mean, look, what Brian Branch, obviously that can't happen.
He pulled his ears too when he was on there?
That's Bush League. But if you're a Juju and you decide, he was kind of in the moment there, do I lay here on the ground? I don't know. I got to get up. Game's over. I'm not getting the flag. So he came and attacked him. But you already have a teammate on him. You then can't get manhandled by Brian Branch with one arm when you're coming. So that's a bad look for Juju. He was bleeding. It was rough for him. So it wasn't good. And you don't want, this is a black eye for the NFL in general. So Dan Campbell, I'm sure he addressed it with Brian Branch before he went and spoke to the media as well. But I'll be interested to see how they handle this with Brian Branch because he is kind of in that Draymond Green kind of category when it comes to being fined, having different things going between and after the whistle. So I hope they don't suspend him, but we'll see. I'm sure at least a hefty fine, maybe even a suspension.
I agree. There's probably going to be a lot because the NFL cannot have this happen. I mean, fights after games used to happen back in the play. Look at the camera people.
Yeah.
Camera people.
Yeah.
Incredible work getting out of there. Honestly, that's an ACL to a camera person.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's big bodies going in there. Patrick Mahomes ends up in the bottom of this pile, which once again goes back to us loving Patrick Mahomes. Okay, he's willing to jump in the bottom of this pile. Don't love that this fight is happening. Ref's already gone. Game's over. We're out of here. This game's over. We're reffing for 60 minutes. You guys handle your shit. Security gets in there. Coaches get in there. It was full mayhem. These are 2 of our best teams. Obviously, it's very emotional. It's a physical sport. It's a tough sport. And then the fireworks go off and say, hey, we get a big-time win. Are there any other injuries or storylines that we should hit that you just saw us miss in our first 15?
Well, I think the few things, obviously the Brian Branch, Juju Smith-Schuster incident from last night is under review. I would imagine we'll hear something at some point. If he's going to be suspended, if there's going to be any suspensions, we'll probably hear something today on that. Obviously, if we go back to Jalen Carter in the first game of the year, he spit on Dak on the first play, basically, and got ejected. So if this incident had occurred pre-game, would Brian Branch have been ejected from the game? And I think the answer is probably yes. So if he would have been ejected before the game, I think it stands to reason that the league is absolutely going to consider a suspension here, especially when you consider that sportsmanship was a point of emphasis for the NFL in the offseason, especially when it's a standalone Sunday night game. So the league is going over it. You could see the scene that occurs. There's an overhead view of it. 2 guys going at it. Turns into a scrum, a skirmish. Everyone's gathered around. That's not what the league wants. At the very least, there are going to be significant fines. And I think there's a real possibility that it's going to involve a suspension.
Full chaos, obviously, with a bunch of members of the media in the middle of it, which worst case scenario for all parties there. Obviously can't have it. Love that they're passionate, but I'm excited to see what the league office does here. This is from Garrett Williams. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but Detroit has lost all their toughness and grit by being whiny babies about getting blown out by the Chiefs. Last week, the Chiefs had 13 penalties, and the refs have turned on the Chiefs. Now we have 0, and it's rigged for the Chiefs again. Foxy, you were already laying down the seed to make this an excuse, and then all of a sudden, lo and behold, all anybody's saying is Patrick Mahomes is smooching with the refs. And they're saying it's not AI. It is AI. He's not smooching with any refs. You guys are just complaining because you're losing. That's what the other side's saying. Foxy.
Listen, a lot of people were saying, Foxy, what you said on Friday was completely right. The refs screwed us. It wasn't a great officiated game. I'm not going to say that, though. I just think the Chiefs are back. They looked great. Mahomes is great. And we're a little banged up in the secondary. We got to get healthy. We'll be A-okay. I'm not worried about anything. And it was nice, actually, because we lost. I kind of enjoyed smacking Juju in the mouth.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Hey, Jay, let's talk about that. Obviously, the NFL is not going to be thrilled about this. Branch smacks him right in the mouth after blowing past Patrick Mahomes. Juju clearly thinks they're about to dap up, even though they had a pretty spirited game, I think is how people would describe it. He ends up literally open hand smacking him in the jaw and then ragdolling him with his helmet onto the ground, which a melee ensues, and there's camera people around. I mean, full chaos at the end of this one last night between two of the NFL's greatest teams. What do you think about Branch and the entire situation that is?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Branch had some frustration that kind of boiled over in this moment. This is a wild scene. It's Branch against everybody for a little while, and he held his own and did very, very well. I would assume, listening to Shefty too, are they going to suspend him again? Is he going to miss next game?
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like it.
Side note, Brian Branch is on the fine list every single week. Since he got drafted, he probably has the most fines in the NFL. That's just a complete guess, but he's on that list every week. So I assume there'll be some punishment here, which isn't good because already out are two corners.
Brian Branch is no stranger to looking at his check and just seeing minus signs next to it.
Oh, yeah.
Where's this going? Where'd Jerry's money go? Where'd Gannon's money go? Where's it go?
I'm sure great causes.
Some are good.
Definitely raises money, right?
Of course.
For sure.
Probably the peace in the Middle East.
Is that how it works?
That's
I know
probably-
people have been trying to pitch for that for a long time.
Thank you, NFL.
Hey, shut up.